you do get 150 brake horsepower. Lovely stream down there. Well, hello, welcome to Itch and Ride. Today I'm working on my wife's Kawasaki 650 Ninja. She only bought this the other day. That's brand new. It's only done like 30 miles now. She did have a 2017 model, and that did have this Akrapovic exhaust on it. So they've swapped that over for us when we bought this new one. And they fitted some Oxford heated grips on it for us as well. So they're all done. So what I'm going to be doing today is fitting some R&G stuff on it. I've got a R&G Tail tidy, so we'll take that big lump of plastic off the back. That'll make it look a lot better. And then we've got some little bobbins that go on the swinging arm. I'm going to be removing the rear foot pegs as well, make it look a bit better. She ain't going to take that one on the back, so. And I've got some R&G Crash bungs as well that are going to fit in there. And I've got an R&G Rad guard. It's going to fit up in there. Yeah, and that's about it. And that'll be done. So that's what I'm doing today. Right, let's start by fitting this tail tidy in. That's the part number there. See what we get. No, that's quite nice quality actually. Loads of connections and a reflector, but I think we'll leave the reflector off. Yeah, loads of bits and bobs in there. Alright, we'll see. Right, with these ones, they're a bit of a pain to do. Normally you can just undo 4 bolts really, undo the connectors, and you can just pull it all off. But on this one, there's a screw you can't get to, and you have to undo the whole bottom part and sort of lever it down a bit to be able to get to the screw, to be able to get this off. And plus the wiring goes around the side here, under these panels, so you have to take this panel off as well. So there's a bit more involved than normal. On a lot of tail tidies are a lot easier, but that's just how it goes. Right, so start by taking the seats off. Just say, put your key in there, turn it, it'll come off, and literally this one just pulls off. So put that out of the way. So in the wiring, I think you'll find that goes through here, and then all the connections are down the side here. So you need to get this panel off, and you need to undo these 2 screws here as well, and these here, and then this will all should come down a bit, and then there's a screw underneath here that you've got to try and get to, which is a bit of a pain. So I'll just get some spanners and stuff, ratchet, and go from there. Right, to get this panel off you need an 8mm socket. So just take them out. Around here you just need a 4mm Allen key. Take that out. And this should slide back. If you slide it backwards, it should pop out. There you go. And then there's your connections here for your tail tidy and out. You know, your rear light indicators. Yeah, so there they are. Right, you need to take this side off as well, because this is connected to the panel underneath. So, because you need to pull this down, because if not you won't be able to. So basically just remove this side as well. just the same 8mm socket, get them off. Then a little 4mm Allen key, just in there. And the same again, it should just slide back like that. Right, so you need to take these 8mm bolts out here as well. They go through the rear light and into the bottom panel. So basically hold the panel up as well. So you need to get them out. Yeah, and don't go and drop your washer like I've done. That's alright, I got it. Put them out of the way so don't lose them. Right, so then what we'll do, we'll take the under these connections. So you just push them in basically there. Pop that down, they pop out. Just got little clips on them. Easy enough to do. So then they're all free. So next thing, we need to undo these now. Right, to undo these you need a 5mm Allen key. Just be a bit careful on this last one because might just hold the back here. If not, it might fall down. So it's just like that. So you just be a little bit careful, you don't want to break nothing. I don't know if you can see, there's a screw there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. There's a screw there, that, so I don't know why they put that there, but makes it a bit awkward. So you need to undo that next, and then this will come off. Right, so ideally you want something like this really, but you can get through there with a screwdriver, but it's a bit of a job. So it should be a bit easier with something like this. So you can get you in there to do it. Right, so that I'm done. You can see that there's a little clip here. The wires have gone through, so you just need to get them out of there. Free the wires, and they should pull through. There you go. And that's that off then. So we're halfway there. Right, so next thing you need to do is strip this down. Need the indicators off this because we're going to fit the originals back on. Obviously you can buy some aftermarket ones if you like, but we're just going to stick with the original indicators. Just screw in here, if I can find it. One there you need to take out. There's another one down here. And there's a 8mm nut there that holds it all together, and it holds the reflector on as well in the back there. So you need to take that off. And pull the reflector out, get the nut out of there, put it out in a minute. That should come apart then like that. Just put the nut back on the reflector, you won't lose it in. In case you end up putting this all back together again one day when you sell the bike, at least you can keep all the parts. Alright, so now we need to get these indicators out. You can see there's a screw there and a little plate, hold it in place. So just undo that. Take the little metal plate off. And then there's another little plate in there as well that sort of holds it in, because there's rubber basically around here, and that's just keeping the rubber out, so it keeps the indicator on there from coming off. So you just want to just get a screwdriver and just pop that out. Got one here, so I should be able to just put it in there and pop it out. So now this should just pull off like that. So that's one indicator off. So I keep them sided really. So that would be left hand side, so I'll keep that there like that. And just the same on this one. Put the screws and that over here so we don't lose them. With that indicator. We'll just do the same again on here, get this one off. Pop that one out. This one should pull out as well, eh? Yep. That'll be your right one. Just keep that over there. So I think you'll find the connections are different, you see. So just best to keep them the way they came off. You know, it should be right then. See the number plate light, we're not going to reuse that, so because this comes with a new one, nice little one, looks a bit better. It's got a little cover that goes over it as well. Yeah, so we don't need this one. So it should be it really from this, I think. I'm going to put this out of the way for now. Right, let's try and put this together then. First thing I'm going to do is put this on, a little number plate light. So put them through there. Little washers, little 6mm nuts. See what a 6mm socket to do them up. So I'll be careful not to over tighten these, they're only small. Just want to nip them up really. So you could over tighten them quite easily, I reckon. Then you got another little cover that goes over that. Just push that on. So that's not too bad. And you get this covering basically, just to tidy it up, put this over it. Try and feed that through. You don't see all the wires in. Go through like that. So that's that bit. Right, so we've got to try and get these indicators in now, which are these going to be a bit of a pain to get in, I reckon. Basically just feed it through, and then they're just like on rubber really, they're just little rubber bits there. We've got to try and get them, squeeze it in. So it's going to be a bit of a job, I reckon. So I reckon I'll fit these in, and then I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I finally got them on. A bit of a pain to get in, to be honest, but got there in the end. So they're a real tight fit, but they're in there now. So just, you know, just sort of persevere with it a bit really. But yeah, so now once they're in, what we've got to do is get the little metal plates there. We'll put them in, so they go over the wire like that. They just sit inside, so they shouldn't be too bad to get in. So you just clip them in like that. Then get you another little metal plate that goes over the top. Line that up, there's like you see there's a little hole there, and that goes in there, locates. Then put your little screw in. That one's in there. So we'll do that up. That's all done. So just do the same the other side. So I'll do that one and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I've done the other indicator now. So they're both screwed on alright now, all done. So the next thing you need to do is get these wires through this rubber grommet. See, the problem you've got here is the indicators, they've got connectors on them, and so you can't get it through the rubber grommet. The hole's too small, so you need to get these connectors off, which is a bit of a pain. I've just done this one, so what I'll do this one, try and show you how I've done it. You need a little screwdriver or something little pointed like this. You need to pop this little grey bit off like that. What's in the connector, you can see that. I'll just pop that off. And then inside there, the connector, there's little clips, one there and there's one there. You need to hold that clip open and then pull the wire out the back. It's a bit awkward to do. Yeah, like that. See, then they pull out. You have to try and do the other one. There you go. So what you want to do when you take them out though, just make a note of what way round the wires were. Make sure you get them in the same way round. So it's the green one to the right. Alright, so now you can push it through the rubber grommet. Still going to be a bit tight, but I'll go through. So you don't want to cut that open bigger, because obviously you don't want water getting in there and that. So it's best to leave it how it is. So it's sealed up. Right, so once you've got that through, then you've got to put that back on again. Which is quite easy. So the green one was to the right. So you just push it in, that should just clip in, if you get it the right way around, that is. There you go, just clicked in. Just click in place, so once you get them in the right way round, whatever way it is. Right, try the other way. There you go, just clip in. Then put your little rubber grommet back in there if that don't go in properly. So that seals up. From water getting in there. There you go, it's in there now. Right, now you just need to put this little plastic clip in the top here. That'll just hold it in place basically, so the wires don't come out. So there you go. So it's through there now. And as well on this rubber grommet here, there's an O-ring you just need to put over it. So I suppose you go around there. All you need to do is put the indicator, sorry not indicator, the number plate light wires through. You can just put through one at a time, should be alright. Through that. Like that. So you just got to get it through so it's about the right length for it. So it should look nice and tied in. So you got this to go on there. And that goes what way round? That way or... Yep, so it goes that way round. So there is a certain way, like you see the holes up more there than this way, so just make sure you put it on the right way round. Put them through. Just put the grommet through the hole here, so that's in there sealed up. Probably easier said than done, but not too bad. Just push it right up tight so it's sealed on the bottom. Yeah, should be alright now. Pull up for a bit more, just tidy the wires up. Yeah, we should be able to fit it on the bike. Right, so the plate on this, I had it on top, but I want to go on the bottom. That should fit like that. So it's like that. So that's how it should be fitted. Right, so I've got to try and fit this on now. So I've got to try and get these wires all through and then try and hold it up. So it's going to be a bit of a job. I need about 10 pairs of hands, I think. And you got a little metal, well, a little clip in here, haven't you? That you will put the wires under, really. Like that, so I've tidied them up a bit. And you're going to need to get the bolts in here now, somehow. Once you get one in loosely, this will hold it in place a bit. This will get in there now. Get some more bolts. Right, before you tighten them up, just make sure it all looks right, really. That's all in place. It's looking good. Just make sure the wires ain't trapped or anything. So they're looking alright there. So now I'll do them up. Right, so you've got a 10mm socket to do these top ones up, and this is a 4mm Allen key to hold the bottom. Right, so same tight. Put these bolts back in now for the rear light. Good, that's them done. Alright, so connect the wires up now. You get this bit of harness with it to go with the number plate light. So you just need to connect that up, red to red, black to black. So that's all good. One on there. Blue to blue. Right. Now we've got to do is just tidy these wires up then in a minute. So obviously that's a bit longer, but we can sort that out. Tuck them in there. It'll be fine like that. So these locate, we've got little locating bits here, locating lugs there and there, so and here. So you just got to try and get them in basically, and then that slides. We can get that in there. Well, leave the seats now. That should just slide on. A little locating bit there. Let's put it in there. Slides down. That just sits in there. Little locating bit there, rubber on it. And then the rear seat basically just keeps that in place. So you just slide that on like that, or somehow. That's it. Yeah, that's in. Yeah, so look great. So that's the tail tidy fitted. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Really good. At least that's that bit done. So the next thing is crash bungs and the radiator guard. So we'll do them next. Right, so we're going to fit these crash bungs now. I'm going to fit the right hand side one. They're both the same really, apart from the left hand one's just got a longer spacer on it. So I'll fit this one, show you how to fit this, and then the other side will just be the same. So I'll just do this one now. Can be a bit fiddly to do, but ain't too bad. That's a 14mm socket you'll need to undo the engine mount. And then there's a nut the other side, which is a bit awkward to get hold of, which is fixed onto the engine basically. You need to grab that, take that off. because the R&G Crash bungs come with a new bolt and a new nut. So just take it off, put that on there, and then just keep this. So if you're going to sell your bike, you can take them off and just put them back on again then. Alright, so your crash bung, basically they just go straight in like that. There's a new nut will come with it. So you've got to try and fit that back in there, which is a bit awkward because you've got the exhaust and stuff in the way. Just try and get this on. Now the nut for the, or bolt I should say, for the R&G is actually a 17mm, so you need to change the socket. Right, that's got that, and that's started. Now these have got to be done up to 40 newton meters, so you're going to need a torque wrench. Right, what you've got to do with these, you need to get a rag. Oh, fold it over a few times. Put it around it because you're going to need to get some big grips on it. Because the only thing with these, when you tighten them up, it turns with the bolt. So then it ends up in the wrong space, in the wrong place, you know. So you need to get some big grips. Put it around like that and hold it in place while you torque it up. If you can, it's a bit awkward. Let's have a go. Try and hold that there. Just make sure you've got that rag, quite a thick rag on it so don't damage it. There you go. That's torqued. Take it off and that's fine there. And there's a little cap that goes in the end there. Let's grab that. Little cap, you pop that in, ties it up. That's it. That's on there then, looks good. So I'll just do the other side now. Right, so next thing we do is fit this radiator guard now. It's by R&G. This was actually fitted to a 2017 model that she had, but I'd only been on there a few months, so it's in really good condition. And it'll fit straight on the new one. It's like the same, so it's ideal. Now it do come with this, you know, bit of foam, so you just stick them around like that, just so it cushion it really when you put it on, just so it metal to metal and don't want it to wear into your radiator. So you just put them on. Then it's just held on by 4 bolts basically, and you get these little clips that you put on the radiator first, and then your bolts screw into them. So because they just screw directly into them with no nuts and nylocks or nothing, you got to use a little bit of Loctite. So you just want medium strength Loctite on them, on the bolts, just so they don't vibrate loose. But yeah, let's do that, and I'll show you where these go on the radiator. Right, as you can see, you've got these little lugs here on the radiator, so that's where these little clips go. So you got one bottom this side and one at the top this side, and then the same the other. So you just get these little clips and you just slide them over the radiator. Slide them on in place like that. Then you just do the same the other side. And then you get your radiator guard, put it on, 4 bolts, a little bit of Loctite, tighten them up, and jobs are good. That's all it is really, it's quite easy. So that's all the parts fitted now. Just show you what bits we've done. Got a radiator guard fitted in there, If you can see it, it's probably a bit of a job to see with this light, but yeah, new radiator guard. R&G Crash bungs, which I definitely recommend, especially if you're a new rider like my wife is. You know, basically if you just stall it, you could drop the bike and then do quite a bit of damage really. So if you've got them on, good chance that you might not damage your panels, so they're well worth buying. I took the foot pegs off the back, so that looks a lot better. Got little bobbins on the swinging arm, so look alright. So you can use your paddock stand and that on them. And then the rear tail tidy. How much better does that look? Got rid of that big old plastic thing off the back. Looks a lot better now. So yeah, it's pretty sorted now. I don't think there's anything else she wants doing to it. It's basically got everything she wants on it, so yeah, like I said, the next thing I'll be doing is taking this for a test ride. So I'll be doing like a review on the bike. So if that's something you're interested in, then click on that subscribe button and then you'll see the videos that I upload. And don't forget as well, if you're looking to buy any parts or you want any clothing, then don't forget you get 10% discount at All Motorcycles. I'll put the discount code up on the screen and their website, so you can use it online or in store. And yeah, so thanks for everyone that's been watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.